According to the family, the suspect is someone whom the victim was trying to give a place to stay.
In one tragic moment, she was gone. 37-year-old Kenyata Mcwilliams was shot and killed this week at her Elizabethtown home. According to Kenyata's family, the suspect is a stranger she was helping get back on his feet.
I taught her a lot about being an adult, but then she taught me a lot about life in general and having compassion and kindness.
37-year-old Kenyata Williams, affectionately known as KK to family and friends, was a friendly, caring, and loving person who was always willing to help others. She had an infectious personality that drew others close to her, just an overall beautiful soul, both inside and out. Kenyata was the type of person who always saw the positive in any and every situation, as well as people, no matter how negative it appeared to be. Sadly, it would be this same helpful and giving spirit that would tragically and unexpectedly cost her life. On the evening of December 27th, Elizabethtown police responded to a home on Hennon Lane near Elizabethtown High School for reports of a shooting. Upon arrival, they would locate an unresponsive adult female.
The shooting happened at 8:30 Wednesday night on Hennon Lane. Elizabethtown police found a woman who had been shot, but she died from her injuries.
The victim was identified as 37-year-old Kenyata Williams, who was sadly pronounced dead at the scene after succumbing to multiple gunshot wounds. A look into the case revealed that Kenyata met a stranger whom from time to time she would help get back on his feet. According to Kenyata's partner, their home was open to everyone and anyone who needed help, stating that her main concern was always making sure everyone had a roof over their heads and a hot meal. In her exact words, you could be a drug addict, you could be a killer, you could be whatever, but she wanted you to know that you were loved. On the evening of the shooting, the male stranger knocked on the front door of the home and demanded $5, which he was provided with, before being asked to leave. As he left, he fired multiple shots into the home from the porch, fatally hitting Kenyata, killing her instantly. After a brief standoff with Elizabethtown police, he was taken into custody 3 miles away from the scene, just an hour after the shooting.
She opened the door for everybody. Our home was open to anybody who needed help. She was there to help them.
They tell us Kenyata had a selfless heart, saying her main concern was always making sure everyone had a roof over their heads.
She had her own personality. She really didn't.
She didn't care.
A lot of people crap just took her people.
Now they're shocked that someone so caring could have their life taken away so soon. The family says she accepted anyone.
Everybody, she wanted them to know that they were loved. You could be a drug addict, you could be a killer, you could be whatever. She wanted them to know that they were loved.
Family members say Bell, who is charged with murder, is someone Kenyata help from time to time. But the family says things took a turn for the worse Wednesday night when she asked him to leave.
He just didn't want to leave, I guess. And we tried to tell him to leave and closed the door on him and locked it, and we thought that was it.
Sydney Mcwilliams, Kenyata's partner, says Bell being behind bars isn't enough to relieve her pain.
I want him to feel the pain we feel.
But she's grateful for the dedication of officers finding Bell that same night.
It helped me to see that her life had meaning. I've never seen that many police out in the small town of B-Town.
Now the family is hoping for justice and that Bell takes his time to think about the life he took away.
It's still shocking to me. Like, I haven't really been able to process this at all.
Just before sitting down with us, Mika Mcwilliams had picked out a casket for her sister, Kenyata. She was shot and killed at her home on Hennon Lane in Elizabethtown just before 9 Wednesday night. Family says she was generous to a fault, oftentimes offering a hot meal or a place to stay to those in need. But on Wednesday, her older sister says that kindness cost her her life.
Just a stranger who she opened her home to, and he was upset and wanted $5, and she gave him the $5, and he didn't want to leave, but she told him he couldn't spend the night.
She shut the door to her residence, and he proceeded to fire several shots through the front door. Just an absolutely senseless and tragic reaction.
Officer John Thomas with the Elizabethtown Police Department says Mcwilliams was hit several times and died at the scene. But thanks to several eyewitnesses, a suspect was identified quickly, and within hours of the crime, Chris Bell Jr. was taken into custody. He was arrested less than 3 miles away at a home on Deepwood Drive.
I was like, she really mattered to them in that moment, because I'd never seen that amount of effort from a small town.
Mcwilliams says she is grateful for the work of police and also for the lessons her baby sister taught her.
I taught her a lot about being an adult, but then she taught me a lot about life in general and having compassion and kindness.
A GoFundMe was created by Kenyata's family members to cover her unexpected funeral expenses. 34-year-old Chris Bell has been charged with murder and was arraigned in Hardin County District Court, where a judge set his bond at $1 million. He's expected back in court on January 3rd. The case remains ongoing.